songs. How like being poets at an arcade, soaking moonlit falls on broken past this inundated orb that we call home. And it's night and I'm alone and I'm alive.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Just wanted to drop a quick little video as the Vols returned to the practice field yesterday as they wind down spring practice heading into the orange and white game. They've got one more practice on Thursday, and then obviously the spring game is on Saturday at 4 p.m. But anyways, as always, guys, go ahead and do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up. It's just below the video there. Hit that little thumbs up. I would be appreciative of that. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out when we go live or drop content. We will be live on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern time for the spring game. Come and do it. It's going to be a watch party. Hang out with us. We'll watch the spring game together. Should be a good time. So, again, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. The Vols back on the practice field yesterday. A couple of notes. First, Kenneth George and Warren Burrell were back to full contact. Meanwhile, Tyon Evans, Leonard Whitehead, and Jimmy Holiday continue to be limited. A lot of guys seem to be wrapping up their spring camp, just trying to stay healthy. I think it's going to be interesting to see who actually gives it a go for the spring game on Saturday and who sits it out. Maybe a guy like Cade Mays, Elijah Simmons, or even Byron Young, who was limited yesterday. I think they've gotten out of the spring relatively injury-free. Little nagging things here and there, but as far as any major injuries, I think they came out pretty good there. The order for the quarterbacks yesterday, you got Maurer, Hooker, and then Bailey. Hooker, again, seems to have led the way as far as accuracy during routes on air. And look, I dropped a video on Monday talking about Joe Milton and just what it means as far as this Tennessee quarterback room. And a lot of you guys didn't like it. A lot of you guys didn't like what I had to say, and I get it. I understand. But one thing I've always done and will continue to do on this channel, and that's give my true opinion. I'm not going to come on here and pump sunshine and rainbows and tell you guys that Hendon Hooker is the greatest quarterback that Tennessee has ever seen. I'm not going to tell you that Harrison Bailey looks like the greatest quarterback of all time. I'm also not going to come on here and be a negaball and tell you guys that it's all doom and gloom. And that's the way some of you took that message on Monday when it came to the quarterbacks. And that's not the case at all. You hear what I say, and then you take away what you want to hear. All I'm saying is it is cause for concern that Josh Heupel is going into the transfer portal to add a fifth scholarship quarterback. At no point is that a good thing that you feel that you need a fifth scholarship quarterback. That's all I'm saying. I think it's a sign that this team doesn't have a clear-cut alpha male when it comes to the quarterback position. I want to see what they do on Saturday. I'm excited to watch the quarterback position on Saturday because really outside of the open practice, we didn't really see a whole lot. You know, we see routes on air. We can't really take away a whole lot from that. So I think Saturday should be a lot of fun. I'm also excited to see the wide receivers on Saturday. Obviously, a group that has a lot of hype behind them yesterday. Hyatt, Callaway, Holiday all worked in the slot. And I can't wait to see what Josh Heupel does with these guys because we always talk about, you know, creating matchups and getting the ball to your playmaker. But when was the last time that we've actually seen that in Knoxville? And I think Heupel's offense is proven, and we are going to actually see that. So I'm excited to see what he does with a guy like Jalen Hyatt or Jimmy Callaway in the slot position. The defense continues to work on forcing turnovers. I've already touched on that numerous times on this channel, just how crucial I think that is for this team's success when the fall rolls around. And then after practice, linebackers coach Brian Jean-Marie met with the media. So let's hear what he had to say about the linebackers group.
First, I'd like to, commend those guys. Our numbers aren't very high, but the guys that have been out there, hardworking crew, a lot of buy-in with that group. They want to come out there and get better every day. A lot of guys with, not a lot of experience, but, they fight their butt off, every day in some adverse situations. So I want to commend them. But, you know, as far as them, you know, as far as on the individual level, you know, you got a bunch of guys that are athletic, you know, have a lot of hunger, you know, just trying to learn football right now. But they've gotten better. The you know, transformation from the first practice to this last one being, you know, practice number 12 has been amazing. You know, I'm very proud of those guys.
Obviously, it's concerning when you look at the numbers, you know, at the linebacker position. But as this coaching staff has said all along, all you can do is focus on the guys that are in the room and on the field. And if they're working hard, they're showing up hungry. I mean, that's all you can ask, really. Let's hear what Coach John Marie had to say about Quandre Garland.
He's one of the main ones, kind of based off my last statement. Obviously, he's new to the linebacker position, but he's a very athletic, very intelligent kid, tough kid. You know, plays every snap like it's his last. I think he's got a very bright future because he's still learning the game. He plays it the right way. You know, with the DB background that he has, obviously he's made for, you know, the game the way it is today, as it is a space game, and, you know, where people, you know, play to the grass and, you know, to the field as far as the wide side of the field in most offenses. And he's kind of built for that because of his athleticism and speed. So we've been very, very, you know, happy with the way, you know, Pack has been playing so far.
You know, with Henry To'oTo'o and Crouch hitting the road, I thought Aaron Willis was a guy that could potentially make an impact, but Quandre Garland continues to receive a lot of praise from this coaching staff. And one of the biggest concerns last year was speed and coverage from that linebacker position. And when you look at Garland, he came to Tennessee as a safety, but then he moved to last year, midway through the year, he moved to linebacker. He's taken a lot of first-team reps with Page and Morvin Joseph, but Jean Marie also went on to say, you know, Jeremy Banks and Roman Harrison, they're going to be ready to go this fall. And this position group still needs depth, obviously. But let's hear what he did have to say also about Morvin Joseph.
Morvin's a, you know, very, very talented young man. Obviously, you know, came in as a, you know, highly rated outside linebacker, has some, you know, edge rush potential because he's got, you know, a lot of twitch. You know, he can really get upfield and, you know, get after the passer and cause havoc in the backfield. More of his biggest learning curve is just going to be to play, you know, inside linebacker. We're asking him to do a lot to help us out on defense, obviously with our numbers. He's not totally comfortable there, but he gives it everything he has, and he's showing some flashes of, you know, really, you know, giving us a chance to get him on the field as far as playing inside linebacker. Obviously, we're very comfortable with him as an outside pass rusher, but he's evolving into, you know, every down linebacker, and he's done a good job this spring.
All right, let me go on a little bit of a tangent here, because this is what I'm talking about when I tell you guys that this football team needed Henry T and Crouch. And I know it's over and done with, they're gone. I'm not trying to bring it back up and harp on it, but Morvin Joseph is a guy, as you just heard in that clip from his position coach, that could make an impact as an outside linebacker coming off the edge. But because of the numbers, because your two starting linebackers hit the road and you've got these other guys that have been in trouble, had to sit out the whole spring, Tennessee is asking Morvin Joseph to learn a new position, somewhere that, as his coach just said, he's not 100% comfortable. And they are asking him to do a lot. And it is what it is. These are the cards that this football team has been dealt. But don't tell me that losing your two starting inside linebackers didn't hurt this football team, because it did. It did hurt this football team. And now you're asking a guy like Morvin Joseph to, hey, play out of position. We're going to ask you to do a lot. We're going to ask you to learn something new. When you talk about how we need this defense to play loose and fast, we're asking Morvin Joseph to do something that he's not comfortable with. But again, all we can do is focus on the guys that are committed to the program, the guys that are still there. I think this team still has some potential. Obviously, there's some concerns. I'm going to leave you guys with one final clip on the way out the door. Just do me a favor. Make sure, if you have not done so yet, please hit that thumbs up. Again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Don't forget the orange and white game on Saturday. Starts at 4 p.m. Eastern time. We'll probably go live maybe 15 minutes before. Talk to you guys, see what you guys are excited about, see what you're looking for during that spring game. So make sure you're subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, all that good stuff. Leave me a comment. What do you think about these comments from Brian Jean-Marie when he's talking about Morven Joseph, when he's talking about Garland, a guy that was a walk-on at one point, converting from safety to linebacker? He also talked about the fact that in his entire history of coaching, he's never dealt with a long snapper that had to take reps at linebacker. But that's just how thin the linebacking room is right now. Again, the guys that are suspended, I think they'll be back this fall. I think we can count on that. But again, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'm going to go ahead and play this. This is Coach Jean-Marie talking about his opinion of the entire defense, the defense as a whole.
I've been happy with them. Have we been perfect? Obviously not. We have a lot of things we have to clean up. There's a lot of mistakes that have been made, but I've been, the most impressed with the effort. I think those guys really care, about, volunteer football, and they want to do what's best for the team, and they're doing everything that they can. So, like I said, we haven't been perfect by any sense of, of the imagination, but, with the effort that we have, I think we're going to have some positive results just because they play so hard and they want to do it, within the framework of, what we're trying to get done on defense. So I have to say I've been pleased. Obviously, we want to get better, building the numbers and, creating a little bit more havoc as far as, with turnovers, sacks, tackle loss, interceptions, PBUs. But, we've gotten a few. We've had some missed opportunities. But like I said, when you have the effort there, the rest of it will take care of it.